Welcome to Inspire Daily. We're so glad you're here. At Inspire Daily, our mission is simple: to motivate, uplift, and empower you to reach your full potential. Whether you're looking for daily inspiration, tips for personal growth, or the encouragement to keep pushing forward, you've come to the right place. Join us every day for fresh, empowering content designed to help you overcome challenges, achieve your goals, and become the best version of yourself. Remember, every day is a new opportunity for growth, and we're here to help you make the most of it. Subscribe now and let's inspire each other to create the life we've always dreamed of.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. So this time we're taking a look at success habits. You sent over a YouTube audiobook summary of daily habits, The Secret Habits of Highly Successful People by Kelvin W. Nathan.
It's a great book.
Yeah. And it looks like you're interested in improving your routine and kind of figuring out what makes those high achievers tick.
Right. Absolutely.
Awesome.
And this book really starts strong right out the gate, talking about morning routines. You know, it's not just about waking up early.
Right.
It's more about like structuring those morning hours so you can really set yourself up for success.
It's like intentionally setting the tone for your day instead of just kind of rolling with whatever happens.
Exactly. You're priming yourself for peak performance. In fact, Nathan actually suggests tackling your toughest task first thing in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah. What would that be for you? What could you get done first thing that would make the rest of your day feel easy?
That's a good question. I'd probably try to fit in a workout. But I think we should move on to another important topic that the book covers: task prioritization and time management.
Oh, yeah. Those two definitely go together. It's not just about doing more.
Right.
It's about making sure you're doing the right things.
Well, I like that.
Yeah. And the book talks about some helpful techniques, like the Eisenhower Matrix. Have you heard of that one?
I have, but maybe you can give a quick rundown for our listener.
Sure. Basically, you categorize your tasks
Hmm.
based on urgency and importance.
Oh,
It's like if you had to put out a fire and plan a birthday party at the same time,
okay.
which one needs your attention right now?
Hmm.
That's your urgent and important task.
Oh, that makes total sense. So the urgent and important stuff goes first.
Yeah.
Got it.
Exactly.
The book also mentions time blocking. I've heard about that, but haven't really tried it.
It can be really effective. Imagine blocking off specific chunks of time, like maybe 9 to 11 a.m., just for focused work on a project, and then maybe a 30-minute block for emails. When you assign certain times for tasks, you minimize distractions
Right.
and actually train your brain to focus better.
That sounds way more organized than my usual approach, which is just kind of winging it.
Huh?
What about the Pomodoro technique? Does the book talk about that too?
Yes. That one focuses on short bursts of work, like 25 minutes at a time, followed by a short break.
I see.
This can help prevent burnout, especially for those tasks that feel overwhelming.
That's good.
But remember, effective time management shouldn't leave you feeling stressed.
Yeah.
It's all about finding that balance between productivity and well-being.
The book really stresses that, right?
It does.
Okay, so let's move on to goal setting. I feel like that's something we can all relate to.
Definitely. This is where things get really interesting. Nathan really emphasizes setting clear, achievable goals, not just vague aspirations like, I want to be successful.
Yeah.
You have to define what success means to you. So imagine asking yourself, does success mean landing my dream job, or achieving financial freedom, or maybe something totally different?
It's about being specific, because success can mean a million different things to a million different people.
Right.
I really like that example from the book. It says, don't just say, I want to be successful, define what that means for you. So what resonates with you when you hear that? What specific goals would make you feel successful?
That's such a great question. It's something everyone should really think about.
Totally.
Like, what are your aspirations? What does success actually look like in your life? Then once you have that vision in mind, you can break it down into smaller, actionable steps. And that actually leads perfectly into another big concept from the book, the growth mindset.
Ah, I've heard of that. But a refresher never hurts.
Of course. So the book challenges the idea
Mm-hmm.
that intelligence and talent are fixed traits.
Okay.
It says we can continue learning and developing throughout our lives. So think of it like this. You're not stuck with the skills and knowledge you have today. You have the potential to become so much more effective.
It's like that quote, it's not about being the best, it's about being better than you were yesterday.
Exactly.
I love that.
That really captures the essence of the growth mindset. It's all about focusing on your own progress, always striving to learn and improve, and not comparing yourself to others,
Right.
which actually ties in perfectly with the next section of the book, which is about habit building.
Okay, so how does the book approach habits? Is there like a specific framework or method?
Well, Nathan uses this analogy. He compares positive habits to seeds in a garden.
I like that.
Yeah. Each seed has the potential to grow, but it needs the right environment and consistent nurturing.
Makes sense.
So just like tending a garden, building good habits takes time, consistency, and patience.
So no quick fixes, huh?
Nope.
Huh.
The book really encourages you to start small. Celebrate those small wins and understand that real change happens gradually.
It's those consistent small actions that add up over time.
Right.
So what's one small step you could take today to cultivate a positive habit?
That's a great question.
It could be something as simple as drinking an extra glass of water, or taking a short walk, or reading a few pages of a book.
Any of those would be great.
Yeah, I think we often underestimate the power of those small actions.
I agree.
And while we're talking about habits, let's talk about the not so positive ones, like procrastination.
Ooh, yeah,
I think we all struggle with that at some point.
definitely.
So what does the book say about that?
Well, the book kind of reframes procrastination, not as a character flaw, but as a habit.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's really empowering because habits can be changed. It's not about feeling ashamed or guilty.
Right.
It's about understanding the triggers and developing strategies to overcome it.
So instead of beating ourselves up for procrastinating, we can actually do something about it.
Exactly.
I like that. So what kind of strategies does the book recommend?
Well, for one, it suggests breaking down large tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks.
Okay.
Think bite-sized pieces instead of the whole pie.
Uh-huh. I like that.
Setting clear deadlines also helps. It creates a sense of urgency and accountability.
Okay.
And maybe even try to find ways to make those less than thrilling tasks a little more engaging.
I love that. So it's not about forcing ourselves to power through, but finding ways to actually make the process more enjoyable.
Exactly.
Awesome.
And of course, let's not forget the power of self-discipline. The book reminds us that self-discipline is the bridge between our big dreams and actually turning those dreams into plans and actions.
I think that's a great point to end on for this part of our deep dive. We've covered so much already, from morning routines and task prioritization to the growth mindset and habit building. There's a lot to think about, but we're just getting started. So be sure to tune in for the next part of our deep dive, where we'll explore even more insights from daily habits.
Okay, so building on that foundation of routines and mindset, the book dives into some really important skills for success. And we can start with effective communication. It's something we often take for granted. But Nathan argues that it's absolutely essential, not just for your career, but for all aspects of life.
Yeah, when you think about it, it really makes sense. Whether you're trying to express your ideas at work, or connect with loved ones, or even just negotiate a better deal, communication skills are key.
Exactly. And the book emphasizes that successful people, they really value clear and concise communication, getting to the point without wasting words.
So it's about being articulate, but also respectful of everyone's time. No rambling aloud, haha.
Yeah, exactly.
So are there any other key takeaways on communication from the book?
Yeah, the book also highlights active listening, which is not just about hearing the words,
Yay.
but really engaging with the speaker,
Yeah.
trying to understand their perspective, and showing empathy.
I think active listening is so important, but it can be hard sometimes. It's easy to get distracted or start thinking about your response before the other person's even finished talking.
I know what you mean.
But when someone really listens to you, it makes you feel valued and understood. And I think that's something we all crave.
Absolutely. And that actually leads nicely into the next skill,
Yeah.
which is building strong relationships. Because as much as we celebrate individual achievement, success is rarely a solo endeavor.
We all need support, encouragement, different perspectives. It takes a village, right?
Exactly. And the book stresses the importance of authenticity in relationships, being genuine, showing genuine interest in others, and not trying to be someone you're not.
I love that emphasis on authenticity. People can spot a fake a mile away. It's so much more rewarding to connect with people on a deeper level based on, shared values and mutual respect.
I completely agree. Speaking of connecting, let's move on to the topic of continuous learning. This one really seems to resonate with you, based on the material you shared.
Oh, definitely. I'm a lifelong learner at heart. I just love exploring new ideas and expanding my knowledge base.
Well, the book really sees continuous learning as a key differentiator between those who achieve lasting success and those who kind of plateau. It's about cultivating that curiosity, being open to new experiences. and never stopping that learning process.
So I'm picturing someone with a giant stack of books and a never-ending list of podcasts to listen to.
Uh-huh. That's one way to do it.
Right.
But it's not just about formal education. The book encourages us to find learning opportunities everywhere. Reading, listening to podcasts like this one, taking online courses, even just having engaging conversations with people who have different expertise than you. So what are some ways you feed your curiosity?
Well, I love reading biographies of fascinating people. It's like getting a glimpse into their minds and learning from their experiences. Plus, a good biography always has some juicy anecdotes.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
That's a great example. But remember, knowledge without application is like a car without an engine. The book really stresses the importance of taking action, trying new things, and
Yeah.
learning from your mistakes.
Yeah, that's so important. It's easy to get caught up in just consuming information. But the real magic happens when we put that knowledge into practice, experiment, and even stumble along the way.
Exactly. Now, alongside continuous learning, the book acknowledges the challenges of managing stress and anxiety in today's world.
Oh, yeah, stress is everywhere. It's like baked into our culture, always on, always hustling. It can be really hard to escape.
I agree. And the book reminds us that even highly successful people face stress.
Right.
So the key is to develop healthy coping mechanisms. The book highlights things like mindfulness practices, regular exercise, and prioritizing sleep.
All things that contribute to both physical and mental well-being.
Exactly.
It's so easy to get caught up in the pursuit of achievement and forget to take care of ourselves. So I'm glad the book emphasizes those elements.
Me too. Speaking of taking care of ourselves, let's talk about healthy eating habits. It's not about restrictive diets or fads. It's about nourishing your body with good food to fuel your energy and focus.
What's the book's take on healthy eating?
It emphasizes simple, sustainable changes, like drinking more water, incorporating more fruits and vegetables, and practicing mindful eating. What we eat really impacts everything: our energy levels, mood, even our cognitive function.
It's amazing how much our diet affects our overall well-being. When I eat junk food, I feel sluggish and my concentration just goes out the window.
I hear you. And alongside healthy eating, the book advocates for regular exercise and physical activity.
So it doesn't have to be like intense workouts or training for a marathon, right?
Not at all.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as going for a walk, dancing to your favorite music, or just finding any activity you enjoy that gets you moving.
The key is consistency, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got communication, relationships, learning, stress management, healthy eating, exercise. What else is in this treasure trove of success habits?
Well, how about mindfulness and meditation?
Oh, wow. Those are great. But I often associate those practices more with like relaxation and spirituality. So how do they tie into success?
That's a great question. Mindfulness is about cultivating present moment awareness, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment.
Okay.
It can help train your mind to be more focused
Oh,
and less reactive to distractions.
I see.
And meditation, which is a type of mindfulness practice, can calm the mind, reduce stress, and improve concentration.
It's like giving your mind a break from all the noise and chatter. That
Exactly.
makes a lot of sense.
The book suggests starting small, maybe just a few minutes each day, and gradually increasing the time as you get more comfortable.
Even a few minutes can make a difference.
It can.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about financial management, which can be a bit of an intimidating topic, but it's so crucial for building a secure future.
Absolutely. The book lays out some foundational principles, like spending less than you earn, creating a budget, and saving and investing wisely. It's all about taking control of your finances, not letting them control you.
Those are all great starting points. What are some other key takeaways from the book on financial management?
Well, it emphasizes the power of compounding, showing how small, consistent savings can grow significantly over time.
Ah.
It's not about get-rich-quick schemes. It's about building long-term wealth through smart financial habits.
So it's about being patient and consistent.
Yeah.
And it's not just about accumulating wealth. It's about using your resources to support your goals and create a life of freedom and security.
I agree. Now let's move on to networking. I know this one can be a bit tricky for some people. It often gets a bad rap.
It can feel very forced and inauthentic sometimes, like you're just collecting business cards and trying to climb some invisible ladder.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But the book reframes networking as simply building meaningful relationships with people who share your interests or who can offer support and guidance.
Okay, that sounds much better.
It's about genuine connection, not just transactional interactions.
That takes the pressure off.
It does.
So what are some of the book's suggestions for building those genuine connections?
It suggests being proactive. Reach out to people you admire, offer help generously, and nurture those relationships over time.
So it's a long-term game.
It is.
Okay, so we've covered communication, relationships, learning, managing stress, healthy habits, finances, and networking. What else is on this roadmap to success?
Well, before we get to the final set of habits, let's talk about a skill that's crucial for navigating all of these areas: decision-making.
Ah, decision-making. It's like the command center of our lives.
Exactly. And the book offers a really clear process for making sound decisions.
Oh, cool.
It starts with
That's
defining the decision,
Yeah.
then gathering information, weighing your options, and finally taking decisive action.
It sounds simple enough, but in reality, decisions can be tough, especially the big ones.
Oh, for sure. And the book acknowledges that not every decision will be perfect and that mistakes are inevitable.
That's reassuring.
Yeah. The key is to learn from those mistakes and refine your decision-making process over time.
So it's about embracing those missteps as learning opportunities
Exactly.
instead of letting them derail us.
Now, alongside decision-making, the book highlights the importance of developing emotional intelligence.
Ah, emotional intelligence, that elusive quality. That seems to be the key to so much,
Yeah.
especially navigating complex social situations and building strong, healthy relationships.
You got it.
But what exactly is emotional intelligence?
Emotional intelligence is about understanding and managing your own emotions, but also being attuned to the emotions of others.
Okay.
It's about self-awareness, empathy, and effective communication.
It sounds like the ultimate combination of self-awareness and social skills. So how do we develop this superpower?
Well, the book emphasizes recognizing your own emotional triggers
Yeah.
and developing healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with stress in difficult situations.
Okay.
Being able to put yourself in other people's shoes, to understand their perspectives.
So it's like leveling up your ability to navigate all the complexities of human interaction.
Exactly.
I'm starting to see why the book places so much importance on emotional intelligence.
Yeah, it's really foundational. Now, to help you implement all these fantastic habits, the book introduces a really powerful technique: time blocking.
Ooh, time logging. I love time blocking.
It's a game changer.
It is. It's like giving structure to my day.
Yeah.
And making sure I actually make time for the things that matter most.
Exactly. The book encourages planning your day in advance and allocating specific blocks of time for different activities, from work tasks to personal appointments to self-care. It's about taking control of your schedule instead of letting it control you.
It's like creating a roadmap for your day, so you're not just reacting to whatever comes up, but intentionally making time for the things you value.
Right.
It definitely reduces overwhelm. It makes me feel more in control of my time.
And while time blocking is great for boosting productivity, the book also reminds us about the importance of work-life balance.
Ah, yes, work-life balance. It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget to prioritize our well-being and the things that bring us joy outside of work.
I know. The book stresses the importance of setting boundaries between your work life and your personal life,
Okay.
making sure you're dedicating time to things like relaxation hobbies,
Yeah.
relationships, and activities that recharge you.
It's about creating a sustainable lifestyle that supports your well-being in all areas, not just in your career.
Exactly.
It's about living a full, balanced life.
That's a great way to put it. So we've covered a lot of ground, from communication and relationships to finances and time management. But there are a few more surprising success habits that the book highlights, and we'll delve into those in the final part of our deep dive.
I'm really curious to hear about these surprising success habits.
Well, the book starts with something that might seem kind of obvious, but it's something a lot of people struggle with: getting enough sleep.
Tell me about it. I've definitely been guilty of burning the midnight oil. More times than I'd like to admit. But the book suggests that sleep isn't just a luxury. It's actually essential for success.
That's right. It's not just about feeling rested. Consistent, good quality sleep impacts everything, from our mood and energy levels to our decision-making and problem-solving abilities.
Wow, it really affects that much.
It does. It's like hitting the reset button for your brain and body.
So what are some tips from the book for getting better sleep?
Well, it recommends establishing a regular sleep routine, going to bed and waking up around the same time each day, even on weekends.
Yeah, that can be tough.
It can, but it really helps. Another tip is to create a relaxing bedtime ritual. This can help signal to your body that it's time to wind down.
Like what kind of ritual?
Oh, maybe taking a warm bath, reading a book,
Uh,
or listening to some calming music.
oh, that sounds nice.
Right. And of course, make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool.
I love that idea of a bedtime ritual. It's like giving yourself permission to disconnect from the day
It is.
and transition into a restful state.
Now, alongside getting enough sleep, the book also highlights the importance of reading and lifelong learning.
I was hoping you'd say that. I love reading.
Me too. It's so important to stay curious, explore new ideas, and continuously expand our knowledge base.
Reading is like a mental workout, isn't it?
It is.
It keeps our minds sharp and exposes us to so many different perspectives.
I agree. The book compares reading to a workout for your brain. It helps sharpen our critical thinking skills, expands our vocabulary, and exposes us to new ideas and ways of thinking.
It's like a gym membership for your mind.
Exactly.
But what about learning experiences that go beyond books?
The book encourages those too. Attending workshops, listening to podcasts, having conversations with people who have different expertise, it all contributes to continuous learning.
It's about being open to new experiences and perspectives.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about sleep and reading. Is there anything else in this category of surprising success habits?
Well, there's one more that might seem a bit counterintuitive. Embracing failure.
Embracing failure. How can that possibly be a good thing?
Well, the book reframes failure, not as a setback or a sign of weakness, but as a necessary part of the journey to success.
So it's not about avoiding failure at all costs, but about learning from our mistakes and using those experiences to grow.
Exactly.
I like that.
The book wants us to view setbacks, not as defeats, but as opportunities to learn, adapt, and improve. It's about developing resilience.
That ability to bounce back from challenges.
Right.
You know, resilience is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it becomes.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
And finally, we come to a habit that's really at the heart of a truly fulfilling life, giving back.
I completely agree. It's about using our success, our resources, our time to make a positive impact on the world.
The book emphasizes philanthropy, using your success to contribute to something larger than yourself.
And it doesn't have to be about, you know, grand gestures or huge donations. It's about finding ways to make a difference no matter how small and contributing to the well-being of others.
Exactly. It could be volunteering your time, donating to a cause you care about, or even just performing acts of kindness in your everyday life.
So it's about recognizing that we're all connected and using our abilities to make the world a better place.
I like that.
So there you have it, folks, our deep dive into the habits of highly successful people, as outlined in Kelvin W. Nathan's Daily Habits. From morning routines and goal setting to emotional intelligence and giving back, these habits offer a roadmap to creating a life of purpose, fulfillment, and lasting achievement.
It's a great reminder that success isn't a destination. It's a journey built on consistent effort, positive habits, and continuous growth.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with this final thought. The book suggests that excellence isn't an act, but a habit. So what one habit will you commit to developing, starting today, to move closer to your own vision of success?
That's a great question to reflect on.
We encourage you to explore these concepts further and see what resonates most with you. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We hope you found it insightful and empowering. Until next time, keep those positive vibes flowing.